Hey guys, J77 here. I'm doing a review, a internet review, one of the very first of few that I've done ever. And this review I'm going to be talking about is Demo Reel, a That Guy with Glasses production, a channel awesome production. It is created by the people who made the Nostalgia Critic. And my first impression of the very first episode, which was entitled The Dark Knight Begins Rises. It was okay. It had some good moments. It wasn't great. I felt a lot of stuff that they was trying to do felt just flat, but the stuff that actually hit the mark hit the mark. It's one of those shows that unfortunately you have to really give it a chance to really look at the other episodes and see if they improve on the things that didn't work versus strengthening the stuff that did work. Demo Reel is pretty much a parody. It's a parody spoof. They're basically poking fun of movies, both updated films plus nostalgic films. They're showing a lot of continuity errors with a lot of films, which they did pretty much a good job on, especially with this episode. A lot of stuff they pointed out that was pretty much inconsistent with the Dark Knight series was pretty much thrown out there, and even to the point where I had to say, yeah, he did said that, didn't he? And it made me think about the movie a lot more often. Still love the series, so it's not that's not going to change, but it did bring up some stuff that, although this was a great series, it wasn't perfect, and they did a good job showing why some of the stuff in the Dark Knight trilogy wasn't perfect. In the whole, it is basically just an average spoof show that is very low budget, and that's probably one of the things that I think people need to understand. They are running on a tight budget. You can tell they have very limited casting, and pretty much it's just three people just trying to make their own films by ripping off other popular films. That's pretty much the whole angle with this new show. You have a director, Dupree, who is directing or pretty much redirecting these films, only putting his own twist to the film. Whether or not they are good or not, that leaves to be in question. You have the writer who's trying to write a great script, but you have this director who's just not paying attention to what he says and basically throwing that out. You have the female who is pretty much playing almost everything, and she's not bad. I actually thought she was okay. I thought she was pretty good. Pretty much this show's strength is going to pretty much rely on the following: what they're referencing on, and how good they deliver the jokes. In this episode, a lot of the jokes they try to deliver on was not good. At the same time, there were also some jokes I actually enjoy. One of the jokes that actually stand out for me is when Bruce Wayne was about to put on the costume, and you have Alfred basically waiting to see what costume he puts on, and instead of putting on the Batman outfit, he puts on the Mario outfit, then he puts on the Waldo outfit, then he puts on the banana outfit, Santa Claus, everything but the Dark Knight suit. And it took Alfred to say, "You're gonna wear this, otherwise you're gonna poke his eye out." So he eventually went to the Batman suit and actually went from there. The commissioner, the scene with the commissioner was okay. I actually liked how they trans from the begin to the return. The Joker bit, it hit and miss. I didn't pretty care for that, but I really did like the Billy D. Williams bit, and the reason why is, like I said before in my previous review of Batman, I never once thought that Billy D. Williams was playing Two-Face. It never came to my head. It never dawned on me that was who he was. Every time I look at that film, I never made a connection. And I saw this film a dozen of times, both in the theaters, VHS, on cable, on DVD, and I never really saw Billy D. Williams playing Two-Face. There was something about that character, and I guess that's one of the reasons why he's actually been left out, because I think a lot of people never did the connection that he was Two-Face. I tell you this, he was better than Tommy Lee Jones, that's for sure. Took Aaron Eckhart to actually play him right, but to see him play that role and actually have that smooth voice, which was well done by that actor, by the way. He did this the smooth voice, and to have when Batman came in to try and supposed to save Rachel, he was like, Batman. He did it in such a way, I was like, yeah, he's about to do a Coke 45 commercial. So I liked that part. I also liked the fact that they made Rachel as a jealous thief. She thought she was going to get saved, and apparently that didn't happen. And I actually liked the butler scene when Batman was mourning Rachel's death, and he had the butler saying, "The hell with that woman, she's Kentucky Fried Chicken." And I'm like, oh Jesus. So that was some fun moments in this segment. It actually was pretty cool. When it reached to the Ryzen, it was. I honestly thought that was the weakest. The Bane jokes, there was not many of them I actually care for, especially when he blew up the stadium. The scene where he actually is when he's gonna threaten to blow up everybody, and everybody say, "We'll do it already," and he's actually thinking now, "Wait a minute, I don't have a backup plan here. I don't have a way to get out myself." That always seemed to always got me thinking about that a little bit. I just felt that it slowed down a little bit in that part. But overall, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great. But like I said, it's something that I think it needs to be improved. It is something that I think you have to give at least 2 more episodes a chance to see just exactly where they're going with this. I still think they're trying to find an identity. And for the most part, I think the diehard fans of that guy with the glasses.com slash the Nostalgia Critic, well, I think they will be more acceptable to what Doug is doing than those who have no clue what Dark Walker is, what the Nostalgia Critic is, or anything of Channel Awesome for that matter. I think that those are the guys who are going to be less likely to tune in twice for the show. But for the fans who enjoy the Nostalgia Critic, who enjoyed the stuff that Channel Awesome do, I think they'll accept it and give it the patience that it needs. And I think that's the whole thing. This is not a week by week thing. I think early on when Doug Walker made his announcement, this will be every other week. There will be something new, and he's also putting other shows out there, so we got to keep that in mind that they're working on that. And look, I give the man credit. He's making an effort. He's trying something different. He knows the risk. I just think you have to give him some time. I think this is the one thing. Keep in mind they're working on a shoehorn budget. They don't have the money that everybody think that he does have. They're just strictly donations and whatever money they pull on Blimp or whatever agreement they have. So it's going to take some time. They're working with very little, but they're doing something. They're creating something, and I got to give them credit. They're being creative in their own right, especially with the effects they have, especially with the budget they are dealing with. And I got to give them credit. They're at least trying, and to me, it shows here. There's an effort there. There's something that they're trying to deliver. I just think that we need to be mindful of that, and just give it a couple more episodes. If one thing I will say though, he did leave it open for feedback. He did leave it open for criticism, and he even leave it open for the fans to give ideas. If, like, for instance, in the end of the video, if anybody stood and watched the end of the video, he basically said that, hey, if you got a movie you think it'd be good to do a demo reel on, leave it in the comment section. So he's leaving it also for the fans to point their own suggestions at, and that's a good thing. He's getting the fans of the That Guy with Glasses community a chance to participate, and who knows, your comments that you come out could be taken into consideration, and that's always a good thing that he's leaving it open, not only for that kind of format, but also for feedback to make the show better. And that's the thing I think that people need to keep in mind. If you're going to comment on a situation, if you didn't even like the show, at least have the respect to ask to say why. Because one thing I will say about Doug, he does listen to the comments. He really do, and he knows how to respectfully acknowledge the mistakes he made and the success, success. So he's a guy who does take criticism, and he does take it respectfully. But don't be a moron about it. Just leave the comments in the comment section to say why you don't like it. To me, I think it was fine. I don't know what he's trying to do, but I just think that some of the jokes can use some work, and that's just the thing that I got from there. Some of the jokes can use some work. The padding that some of the scenes had really dragged it out a little bit the way I didn't like. But overall, I was satisfied for what it's worth. I didn't came in there when I saw the trailer. I didn't came in there overwhelmed or underwhelmed. I just said, okay, I know what he looked like he's doing. Let me see what he does in the first episode. Let me get a feel of what I see in the first episode, and then I can decide whether or not after this and other episodes whether or not this is for me or not. So far, despite some of the hit and misses, there was a lot of hits that I did enjoy, and it made me interested to see what he does next. And the fact that he's actually even open, I really want to see what he does next. So to me, if I'm going to give this a rating, I'll say 2.5. I say 2.5. Mainly because the fact is there was some great moments. It was not bad, could have been better. Like I said, the production is limited, so I gotta expect that. It's just basically the jokes. I think that's the whole thing. The jokes, I think it needs to be a little bit improved, but that's pretty much something they can do in another episode. So that's my honest opinion. You guys may disagree. That's fine. You guys may find it to be the perfect masterpiece. That's cool. That's your taste. That's good. Give me your feeling on the show. You like it, didn't like it? Let me know. Post in the comment section. Until then, this is J77 saying take care, be safe, talk to you soon.